What is up, Fire Nation? Fire 274 here, and welcome back to Modern Warfare 2. And yes, welcome back to another challenges video. I know. Listen, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. There's two main reasons why we're doing another challenge video. First reason being because there's just still no new content in this game, which thankfully will be changing very soon. It's changing next Wednesday, day after Valentine's Day. Season 2 is coming out, so we will have new content then, albeit not that much new content still, but I might get into that during the gameplay if I even have enough time to. But that's the first reason. The second reason is because this week's playlist update, they finally separated Shoot House and Shipment into their own playlists. They're finally their own individual playlists, which I'm very glad about. I'm glad they finally did that. Now that they're their own separate playlists, I can actually play one game of Shipment and one game of Shoot House, and it's not just up to chance what we get. And since I have the freedom to do that, I actually decided to switch it up for this third installment of the challenges videos as well. Meaning, it's still going to be 2 games like it has been. But since we're playing one game on each map, I decided I'm actually going to combine both challenges for each map. Meaning, whichever challenge happens first is what'll determine it. So to quickly catch you guys up to speed, if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes of this, basically whenever one of these quote-unquote challenges happens, I mean, I call them challenges even though they don't really seem like challenges, but I don't know what else to call them. Whenever one of these challenges happens, if it's the first game, it just immediately cuts to the second game, and if it's the second game, it just cuts to the outro. As an example, the challenges for Shipment have been the game will end if I get flashed, or the game will end if I die by an explosion on Shipment. The whole idea for this little series was born from, I kept seeing posts on social media about like the video just abruptly ending when the person got flashed and the video would just end immediately. Which, spoiler alert, but that actually happened in the last episode of this, which was hilarious. So the way it's going to work in this third installment here is, since we're playing one game of each map, it's just going to be whatever happens first will be the ender. So if I get flashed before I die from an explosion, that'll determine it. Or if I die from an explosion before I get flashed, that will determine it. And to refresh y'all on the Shoot House challenges, it's if I die from someone who is camping the center. Originally, it was just if I die from someone doing the same thing that I'm doing, because I was camping the center originally. But luckily, I'm not working on launch shots right now, so I don't need to camp the center. Either way, though, if I die from someone that's camping the center, that'll cut it off. And then the other one was if I die from someone sniping, it'll cut it off. And they don't have to be camping the center. They just have to be sniping in general. But you know what? I'll even throw in a little twist. Since I'm combining both challenges, how about this? In Shipment, if I get flashed and then I die from an explosion while flashed, the video will just instantly cut to the non-speaking outro. I won't have a speaking outro at all. The video will just cut straight to the actual outro if I get flashed and then die from an explosion while flashed. And the same for Shoot House if the 2 challenges combined. In other words, if I die from someone who's camping the center and they sniped me, then the video just cuts straight to the outro. So we got one curveball there, and of course we have the other curveball that's been a staple for this little series, which is, again, if I get meleeed at any point, whether it be a knife, a riot shield, an execution, or even just someone hitting me with their gun and killing me. If I get killed from a melee at any point, it's going straight to the outro, whether it be in game 1 or game 2. So yeah, that's everything you need to know about this little installment of this series here. But anyways, I'm not gonna drag out the intro any further. Episode 2's intro of this series was insane. Had to be like one of the longest, if not the longest intro I've ever done. I think it was like actually over 6 minutes. It was crazy. It was like most of the video, I think. So we're not doing that again. Hopefully this intro isn't too long. So let's just get right into it. Let's do this. Alright, on to our first game. Now remember, if I get flashed, if I die from an explosion, we're going straight to shoot house. And of course we had those other factors as well. Alright, so I'm going to try and talk about Season 2 that I mentioned earlier before this segment abruptly ends, and I already hear flashes too. So, some of you may have already seen the Season 2 roadmap, some of you may not have. Wow, I'm getting destroyed right now for some reason. Jesus. But yeah, basically, so they released the Season 2 roadmap. And,
our counter UAV is active.
let's just say, most of the community, including myself, was,
UAV on station.
pretty disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. And they literally made me join mid-game late as hell in a shoot house game, if you're wondering why the score is already like that.
Enemies gaining ground. Back.
Well, that does it for another installment of the challenges videos. Wow, I don't know what was going on, but I was just getting absolutely obliterated today. Jesus. Well, anyways, like I said, next Wednesday, the 15th, Season 2 comes out. There will be new content, but not a whole lot of new content. I don't know why Call of Duty's starting to have this trend, but they're really just starting to barely give us any new content with these new seasons. It's highly unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. Either way, there will still be new content, albeit not that much new content. But just like I always try to do whenever a new season comes out for Call of Duty, I will be covering it day one. So there will be a bonus video next Wednesday of me covering Season 2 day one. I know the 3 new modes that we're getting right off the start are Gun Game, Infected, and Grind. I'm not going to be checking out Grind because I'm not a big fan of Grind, but I'll definitely be checking out Infected and Gun Game. So honestly, Wednesday's video might either be covering Infected or Gun Game, or maybe even both. That's probably the most likely thing I would end up covering next Wednesday, honestly. One of those or both of those. And I mean, just let me know if you guys do enjoy this little series, because I wouldn't be against continuing to do more episodes of it, as long, of course, Shoot House and Shipment remain playlists, which I really hope will be the case, because obviously those 2 maps are just like the best maps for camo challenges. Or if we were really feeling adventurous, I could even try doing a challenge video where I just play like quick play or something and think of challenges on the spot for whatever map we get. Maybe if we reach another stale point of the game where there's nothing new for a hot minute, which we definitely will. Maybe during that time, I might try out that quick play idea, because that does sound like it would be kind of fun. We shall see. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.